we have audio.
And Gadie's off. Okay, so that's nice.
Alright, in case you missed yesterday, you haven't seen the other races, this is a 40-second cutscene that you can't skip. Can't do much about it. Basically, in terms of storyline, setting up the entire story. It all begins with Krusty advertising these Buzz Colas.
It's just setting up the general plot for the game. Homer decides he would like one of these Buzz Colas, so he's off to go get one.
I see now with the fashion of audio. Okay.
Sweet.
And we're off here. Again, in case you missed... Oh, go on.
Oh, this is just the tutorial level. The Cola Caper. It's just a nice little easy thing to get you familiar with all the game's controls.
Yeah, get you familiar with the driving and the controls. Usually there's a tutorial at this point, but it's disabled for the speedrun. If you missed yesterday, this game's got 49 missions, well 50 including this tutorial mission here, that you have to complete in order. Category is called all story missions because it's not any percent. Any percent is completing the game as fast as possible, which in this game can be done by skipping missions. By failing them 6 times, and then you can choose to skip, just like in GTA 5.
Except it's not very fun.
No, it's not. It's not a great category. Speaking of GTA, this is obviously, if you've played GTA before, you'll notice many similarities. This game was heavily inspired by GTA 3, which you'll notice in some later missions that they're basically the same as in GTA 3. One in particular, at the end of this level, you'll notice.
Buzz Cola is a real thing, by the way. You can get it at the Universal Studios. I know you can get it there. I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere else, but you can definitely get it there.
You can also get a Flaming Mo at those same studios.
I wouldn't mind trying one of those, to be fair.
Apparently it's just like
drinking cough syrup. Ginger beer.
Ginger beer, yeah.
Ah, so it's like the butter beer then. You see, Nostalgia's ahead, so we'll switch to
both runners very close, both getting off to a great start. Solid first 2 splits. No 114 Cola Capers here.
I'm completely fine with that. If any of them got above a 113, they'd have to just reset the entire race, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we'd have to restart the entire tournament, unfortunately.
Yeah, fortunately, they didn't get it, so that's good.
Krusty Burger, I'm not too sure. I think Burger King will suffice at this point.
So this mission just involves collecting Ned's lost items that got lost and totally not stolen by Homer.
This also gives you, this mission gives you an insight to mechanics which you'll see in many missions, which is, you know, talking to characters to help further a mission and then collecting items throughout the mission. You'll notice as well the 2 runners collecting coins. You need coins throughout this entire speedrun to get cars and outfits which which are required to finish missions.
You'll see that coming up soon in the next mission.
Yeah.
With the Plow King.
Plow King's the first required car in the game. Even though we don't even use it for the mission. That's a common theme though, really, in this game. There's there's quite a few required vehicles in the game, which we never end up using because it's faster to use others that we already have at that point. Driving in first and third person is completely preference. I personally do literally all my driving in first person because I find it easier, like Gadie's doing here.
Yeah,
but as you can see in the start,
a lot easier.
I find it much easier to drive in first person. It gives me a weird sense that I'm going faster, even though it's not.
I feel like I have a lot more control. I don't know why.
Yeah. Even though you're cut off from quite a few of your surroundings in first person, I still find it a lot easier myself. A nice 408 theft there from Nostalgia. Solid.
Very solid petty theft.
Now here in this mission comes one of the first strats in the game, which can give people a little bit of difficulty. It's commonly preferred as, well, commonly known as the hardest strat in the game by some runners.
Especially us.
Especially us. Even though I got it perfect in my run yesterday. Basically in this mission, there is a strat coming up where you have to push a car into a certain area. It can be a bit finicky to get, and he can also escape after you've pushed him in there.
Oh, I think I broke something. Watch it, buddy.
See that coming up in just a second. Nostalgia just edging the lead at the minute. As you can see here, we use this pedestrian car because it's a lot faster than the Plow King, and it also can do a lot of damage. We can also use the pickup truck, which is another pedestrian car. As you can see here, Nostalgia wants to hit Smithers on an angle, so he'll be turned back around and he's on the road, able to push Smithers into this house here. There's the first hit, there's the second hit. That was very clean.
Unfortunately, I think Gaddy's just going to miss it.
Just not getting it there. See, you want Smithers to turn into that there. There is a backup coming up, which I assume Gadie's going to go for. It's quite an interesting backup strat. I believe Zoton 2 discovered it. It's on this wall just where the crusty glass is here. There is a pixel, didn't quite get it, there is a pixel on that wall that will do heavy damage to Smithers' car.
It's just a sign of the strange collision detection in this game.
It really is. As
there's a lot of other cases like it as well.
Yeah. Nostalgia here are doing Blind Big Brother, which is just a destroy mission. One of the few missions that you do on foot in this game.
Yeah. How many missions is there that you do completely on foot? It's like 2.
You do this one, you do Cola Wars.
Is that it?
Yeah. This one and Cola Wars. Gadie game gone? Just me?
Yeah, it's completely froze. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Well, Nostalgia didn't get the Scorpion, so it's probably a dead run for him.
Yeah, he didn't get any Scorpions, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but I guess I'll keep going here. Switch the using Nostalgia's audio. Here's sexy footage. It's a good cutscene. Also not skippable.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Gadie's gameplay's back.
Not sure what happened there, but
no,
he's back.
Sure.
Here in this cutscene, it's revealed that there's been some strange black vans and wasp cameras just appearing around the city, and Homer's very paranoid, which Marge finds to be a massive turn on for some reason. It's very out of character, but nonetheless,
yeah.
It's a very good meme in our community.
It is. Basically, that cutscene just sets up for what's to come, or what Homer thinks is to come, regarding these black vans, which you'll find out at the end of the level. Oh, Gadie just with a wrong mission walk there.
That's because he didn't go to the Scorpions.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have done that if he went to the Scorpions.
It's unfortunate, but I did it a few times yesterday. Now here's this game's version of an auto-scroller. Basically, you're just going to follow this van. I believe it's the first 2 levels in this game, the rubber banding is there for vehicles, so the closer you are to them, the faster they're going to go. The further away, the slower they're going to go. So you basically want to stick as close to this black van as you can during this mission while collecting the coins on the way.
There's a finicky wasp there.
Yeah, that's...
If he drove into it, he possibly could have got that then, but sometimes he just...
It can be out of your way.
Yeah, just doesn't want to get hit.
That's the second example there of a freebie, which we didn't mention in Petty Theft. In this game, you can collect wasps using your car, and you get 2 shots at this, because after you've killed 2 wasps, the hitbox changes, and it just disappears for you being able to destroy them with your car. That's the second example there. To be able to manipulate this as we do in the speedrun, we do something that you'll see later on called a main menu warp, which basically will reset that hitbox and allow us to kill more in a car for an easier climb route. It's also a lot faster to do that, instead of having to get out of your car and destroy them.
It saves a lot of time in missions such as Monkey See, where there's quite a few wasps you can collect just using the car. And it does save a surprising amount of time.
Gadie missing out on a lot of coins there at the Krusty Burger.
Yeah.
Not too great. A vending machine and 2 boxes they're missing out on.
That could come back to haunt him later.
Just means having to get a lot of coins later on.
Fortunately, he got that wasp that Nostalgia didn't get.
Yeah. Oh, coins aren't too bad actually. As long as they get both the wasps in the Stonecutters tunnel.
Yeah. Nostalgia is onto Bonestorm Storm. Marge is... Oh, unfortunately, the van's got stuck in the barn for Gadie. Yeah, the AI in this game is a bit strange.
It really is.
Sometimes it'll just get stuck on nothing for no reason. It'll just decide to crash into something for literally no reason at all.
Here's the mission I was talking about earlier in regards to GTA 3. If you've ever played GTA 3, then you'll know of the mission Evidence Dash. Evidence Dash is literally a copy of this mission, where you will go and hit a truck and you'll have to collect what it drops. And this is where you can really see that inspiration from GTA 3. That was really clean by Nostalgia. Getting him to drop the last drop around allows you for the shortcut. Yeah.
To pick up this game, it's really easy to learn because you can basically just casual it and get a good time. Like,
you can get a decent time by doing casual, like playing the game casually, but obviously fast, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But it's a very good game to get into, and to
it really is. It's a good first speed game. Like Josh, I know you run, you're obviously experienced in speed running, but it's a really good first speed game for anyone who's not as well. I find this was my first speed game.
So this was personally my first speed game, and only at the moment, but that could all change in the future.
Movie soon.
Movie. But to buy it, eBay, Amazon.
Yeah, it really depends.
Unfortunately, not available digitally, but. Yeah.
It can be quite expensive on eBay and Amazon, which is why I personally recommend, if you can find it, to get it in a local game shop, because that's where I got mine from. For example, if you're in the UK, CEX, I know sell this game for £8.
That's not a bad price at all.
On PC, that's a really good price.
Especially with the modding community for this game is massive.
Oh, the modding community for this game is fantastic. Really big. We've recently really. I don't know what the word to say, but the modding community have really come out recently. In the Discord, we have a section for the modders. They're always providing great new things for us, always happy to help us, find out new things about the game by looking into the files and stuff. It's really good. It's really nice to have.
And of course, Donut Mod. Like that's the biggest mod that's come out of this so far, and it's still in development. But
no, Josh,
that's like
no.
That's just scratching the surface of it all. Yeah, is this timed RTA or IGT?
These are, IGT.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about load times, it's just if you like waiting for load times, really.
My load times aren't great.
Mine aren't too bad. As we just saw Gadie do the pan skip, which is a very strange mechanic how if you're in a passenger car or like a set vehicle and you either go into a building or use a phone booth and then warp to the next mission, it'll cut out it'll make you be able to skip the pan on the next mission, so it saves a little bit of time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we saw Nostalgia have to do something known as the DMV strat. Basically, in this mission, if you don't lose Skinner by a certain point, he's going to follow you all the way up here, meaning that you're running out of room really to lose him. Because of that, if for whatever reason, if you enter a building while an enemy is following you, as soon as you enter that building, it will completely be lost. So it's fast. You'll see that used later on in Marge, in the final mission of Marge, but we use it here and we can escape Skinner and carry on with the level without losing too much time. That actually allowed Gadie to catch up quite a bit.
There's a lot of little things that can make a surprising difference in time in this game.
There really is.
Like, just being able to drive well saves a massive chunk of time.
Oh yeah, driving in this game is a huge factor. Because you do that much of it, if you get good at it, then you're absolutely fine.
And it's not that hard to pick up, really. It's just physics and AI cars that can measure up.
Yeah, definitely.
You're all mine.
So does the chat have any questions at this point while we're joining this mission? Because it's just a lot of driving and collecting in this mission right now. So if you have any questions regarding this game or anything about it, please feel free to ask at this time.
I see a few people asking about the handling, so yeah, the handling in this game, the cars, it depends on the kind of car, but for the majority, they are really good handling.
Yeah. The game has loads of different cars, and each of the cars have their own individual stats. So when we see us enter a phone booth to select a new car, you'll see on the, I believe it's the left-hand side, they have star ratings out of 4 or 5, and it will give you the, it'll give you the different stats of the cars, and you can see just which car handles best, which cars have got the best acceleration. Toughness is also a factor, especially in destruction missions.
As for why does the universe exist? It does.
This is why.
Yeah, this is why. Beta.
Beta, that's why.
The universe was made specifically for that one emote.
Yeah. I guess a quick update on the other race. Now Ferris is still in the lead, not by much though. They're only a mission apart right now. Now Ferris just about to start collecting the trash in Never Trust a Snake. While Alexis is just following Wiggum in this little piggy.
We'll see that a lot
Keep you
later
updated on that race as it goes.
Here we see Nostalgia on Vox Nerdini.
Vox Nerdini.
However it's pronounced.
Yeah, it's just it's a terrible race. Yeah.
It is a very terrible race. It's just a quick race to the end, point A to B.
Yeah.
But the nerd car can really mess you up. It's actually quite easy to fail the mission.
It is a good question. The other categories for this game are, so yeah, like Sadly said, there's 100%, any percent, no mission warps, and all tasks. Which
and New Game Plus.
Standard. Oh yeah, New Game Plus. Which are just sort of your standard categories. Any percent, like I said, is really bad. It's about an hour, just over an hour long. But what you do is, if you've ever seen a GTA 5 any percent, you can fail a mission a certain amount of times and then being able to skip the mission by failing it again. So it's not great. Yeah, the 100% world record is a 3:12 at the moment. The all story missions world record is a 1:12. 4:05, I think.
1:29:05.
Yeah, 1:29:05. Oh yeah, 3:13 for 100%. My bad.
New Game Plus is.
New Game Plus is an alright category. New Game Plus is a good category for learning, I think, the route and the missions, because it allows you to do them fast, and then you add the challenge of having to do it with worse cars. But it's not really it's not really a fun category, honestly.
No,
I'm not a big fan of New Game Plus.
It's like a one and done kind of category.
I'm not a big fan of it. This is a terrible thing what's just happened to Nostalgia. That black van there can get stuck in that corner and there's just really nothing you can do about it. However, I find, because I don't do similar strats, what I do is I go into the car and get out. And when I do that, I find the black van never will get stuck there. I don't know if that's just me or that's actually how to manipulate him and getting not stuck there. But
the CPU drives into walls because it's just stupid.
Yeah,
it's
it really
weird,
is. It's
weird AI.
It really is strange AI.
There's another instance.
Sometimes the AI is sort of just on a designated path, and it'll just drive into anything in its way in order to get on that path.
We might see it again here with Gadie, unless he manages to prevent it, because you can push him. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it now. You can push him, so it'll avoid it. Oh, he's doing what happens in Netherus. Oh no, he's decided to change it. Doesn't matter. So sometimes it can be quite fast to get out like that, or other times it can be a run killer, which is unfortunate. But here we see Nostalgia just doing a race against Snake, point A to B, again.
Yeah.
It's just a nice, quick and easy mission. Nothing too bad.
Yeah, basically in this game, in each level, the story does build up late game, but early game it's just sort of day in the lives. So Homer's obviously he's going to work, he's dropping things off, and then the story sort of almost develops when he finds out about the Black Vans. And then in bars, he doesn't really escalate the story. More or less, it's just him trying to get a hold of a game, Bone Storm. So
until like the end of
until the end of Sellouts, which if someone skips
the story
it, then
really
we'll watch. If not, we'll explain.
We just saw Nostalgia pull off the main menu warp. It's literally just warp to the menu and resume. I personally have been on very good pace and then accidentally just pressed new game and reset the run. Because muscle memory. And it's not fun. But as you can see, it resets the wasp counter, so it just managed to get that wasp without getting out of the car. We used to pull over in that little shack and then get that on foot in the mission that Gadie's just finished. But then we found out, and it does save a bit of time. It loses a bit of time due to have to actually main menu warp. It's like a second or two, but it's worth it completely for the free wasps.
Major glitches or problems with this game? I don't think so, honestly. I can't really think of any off the top of my head.
The canyon arrow, that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, arrow, yeah.
The physics in this game are just wrong.
Yeah, the physics aren't great, but in terms of major glitches or problems, no, I really don't think so. Yeah, there's an auto splitter, Josh. It's also loadless. Is loadless timer, like I said, so you don't have to worry about the load times,
which is always great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any like big glitches, but like there isn't too much aside from like the car warping, which we just saw in the last mission.
Yeah.
Where he just warped up. Like it's weird how it puts you. Here we're gonna see Nostalgia trying to escape a poo. I think he's gonna get followed, but he took quite a little time to.
Nostalgia there also has hit and run. Hit and run is basically this game's version of the GTA star system. So obviously, if you play GTA before, you'll know that you get stars, and then once you get a certain amount of stars, the police will come. Well, they come at 1 star, but then the more stars you have, they come. So once that bar gets full, then you'll get hit and run. Hit and run basically for the first 4 levels, I believe it is. Or no, the first 3 levels, only 1 police car will come. And then for the rest of them, 2 will come. And if the police cars manage to trap you and hit you, they'll take 50 coins off you, which in the speedrun can be really damaging to the coin route. So really, after that, you'll have to, you know, try and make up for it in other places.
Yeah. 50 coins doesn't seem like too much, but at the end of the run, you'll see how tight the coin route is. I think it was either you or PD yesterday. After they bought the last item you needed, you only had 12 coins remaining. It's that tight.
Yeah, that was PD, yeah. It really is.
And he had to grind a lot.
Yeah. Quick update on the other race. Nifris is just starting Curator. Just about to see it. Unfortunately, Alexis did fail the armored truck strap, but has a really good backup on the way back on the highway.
This is the mission we was talking about earlier, where it's really easy to get some free wasps. I think Nostalgia just missed that one, which is quite rare.
So this is the mission that I believe benefits most from the main menu warps. So you can get free, rather than having to get out of your car in this mission and collect wasps, you can just easily get them, you know, in your car, because we've reset the counter.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did miss that one, but there are plenty of other wasps you can easily get.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad of a loss.
This one coming up here, if you get it on the right angle, you'll get it most of the time.
I rarely get this one, but
he didn't.
Neither has Nostalgia. It might not have been worth it to get out and get that, because that's, even if you just kick a wasp, it does take the counter down. So he got that one.
Oh, he got that one
rare.
at the gazebo. Yeah, I never get the one at the gazebo. Like
I somehow, I think I only get that when I don't get the hospital wasp, because I didn't get the hospital wasp in my PB, and then I managed to get that one somehow. That was a very nice reset walk that Nostalgia just did.
Nostalgia is going up the jump there. Usually when you go up that jump, what we attempt to do is we attempt to land on that platform, because that way you can get the monkey, but you can also get a box which is up there. But it's not devastating to the route if you don't end up getting that. It's not very common that you do.
Unfortunately, because Nostalgia did get followed, Gadie's catching up quite well.
Only a few monkeys behind.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of factors that can just change this completely.
Yeah, definitely. If Nostalgia, you know, has a bad sellout, Gadie's right back in this. It's very close. Very close at the moment. It was unfortunate that Gadie had the smithers that he had.
Yeah.
We'd be pretty neck and neck right now.
Talking again about the glitches in the game, because I just saw Josh mention the lamppost glitch. There are a lot of glitches, but unfortunately there aren't any that are used in the run.
Yeah. The lamppost glitch is really fun though, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that is fun to pull off.
Here's your last Bart Simpson at your
I say, like, the best things to watch for glitch videos are just videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I wish we used a few more glitches in the run, but there aren't really many that we can incorporate in the route, and it'd be worth it, to be honest.
Yeah. Like, if we could use the lamppost glitch consistently and somehow manage to get launched across map in seconds, that'd be great, but I don't think we'd be able to do it consistently.
It's also a bit of a finicky setup anyway.
Yeah. And more times than not, you'll just get launched off the car.
Yeah.
So here is Sellouts. Sellouts is quite a difficult mission sometimes. It's not too hard to do casually, but like to get it master it and get it down quick is quite hard. As you've seen, this Nostalgia unfortunately missed the best way to kill that second car.
Yeah. See, it can be really difficult if the sellout car ends up down here. Then you're really on a bad thing for the next one. Really, you want to be at the shake and rotate. You want to be at the shake and rotate so you can hit it into here.
But as you can see, the sellout cars are very fragile.
Yeah, they are extremely fragile. A couple of decent hits head on will do the trick. They also move very easily, so as you saw there, Nostalgia just sort of pushed him into the barrier.
And then,
this is a really solid sellout from Nostalgia until that last hit there.
So the second car in that last hit, but 617 is not bad at all.
617 is very solid sellouts.
Gadie's having a tough time with the third one.
Yeah. Yeah, you get him on that wall there and you should be fine.
That's quite nice though. The hit point system is very strange in how it works. You can never kill or destroy a car in one hit. It has to be at least 2. Because you have to fill the HP meter up. And then
once it's full, you are able to blow it up.
Here we see Nostalgia going for cutscene skip, and he gets it.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Only just going into the red as well, which means this is
a
very good run for Nostalgia actually.
All that is there's a 1 frame where you can pause it and then warp to the next mission as it's loading the cutscene, because it fades out into the cutscene. There is a weird glitch where you'll miss it, but you'll be able to press pause on the black screen
between the pause menu and
then you've got a dead game.
Yeah,
because no matter what you do, your game will crash.
Yeah.
And we see Gadie both got the cutscene skip as well, so we should probably explain what's happening in that cutscene.
27 for both runners is great.
That is very good.
So during the Bart cutscene, which we don't really get to see, what happens is Bart returns to Professor Frink, and he's given up on his bone stone, and Professor Frink is telling him about this thing called Trichosaurus, which he's been developing, and Bart's been collecting these things for him. And basically what happens is Bart goes in, he sees this Trichosaurus, he watches it, and then it starts breathing fire at Bart, and obviously Bart thinks, I've got to get out of here. Bart makes it out by the skin of his teeth, only for him to get out. A big green light comes out of nowhere and abducts Bart, and we're not sure at this point what's actually going on. Which then leads it up to Lisa to have to find out where Bart is, and this is where Lisa's level starts.
It's basically the entire plot of Lisa's level to try and find Bart.
It's all about where Bart's gone.
Discover some truths.
Yeah. So she goes around Springfield, asking pedestrians, etc., for help. Have they seen Bart? You know, this is basically what this level involves. This is where the storyline really begins.
It is quite a nice storyline for like a licensed game, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like it was written by the writers.
Yeah, it was written by the original. Yeah, and all the voices are original voice lines as well, etc. From the original cast, which is nice.
Yeah, it really makes you feel like it's an episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's like an extra long treehouse of horror of The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. It's like a treehouse of horror episode of The Simpsons, especially the last level.
I'm not too sure how much the actors demanded, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll just find that out online, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of the actors have ever refused to do a game.
No, I can't imagine that. But
Oh dear. Time to hit the
that is the case in one game.
Oh,
though,
Milhouse is stuck in Lisa's car. Is that the man and he refuses to get out of a car? Here in Clueless, we see quite a nice addition to the coin route that was added quite some time ago, but then removed. But a lot of people still do it, so I'm fairly sure that both these runners will do it because it's good to get on the coin route.
definitely, especially in a race like in you know, in a tournament like this, you obviously want to be as safe as possible, but while going as fast as possible. Clueless is not a slow route by any means.
So basically, there's just this big room full of boxes and vending machines, full of about 120, 130 coins, something like that.
Here we see Nostalgia having hit and run at this point. This can be really dangerous because what you're about to see is Nostalgia's about to warp off here. And if he warps off here and then the police sometimes can spawn down here, if you'd already lost them, this happened to me before, and you can land right on top of the police car and just lose 50 coins, what you've just grinded for right there. Can be really damaging to the route.
Yeah.
But Nostalgia got away over it there. But
Nostalgia has some really nice coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nostalgia has a really good coin route.
Gadie missing out on the vending machine.
Yeah, he left quite early.
As long as you get in the car for around 12 seconds here, you're almost guaranteed not to fail.
Yeah.
Even with it and run, I would have definitely gone for that vending machine. Oh, as you saw there on Gadie's, the police car just sort of flew out of the air. I'm not too sure what happened there. Oh, Gadie just knocked the Millhouse down into the van as well.
Oh, I think, yeah, he just missed Bonfire, Nostalgia did.
Yeah, Bonfire is very tricky strat. What I find the best thing to do is really take your time on this mission, set it up right, allow him to hit you, and then sort of just guide him in there.
Yeah.
It's sort of slow and it loses a few seconds, but I find it very consistent.
So I'd rather have it consistent than not fail it, so...
I'd rather lose a few
It's better to lose a few seconds than lose minutes over it.
Yeah, because you really can lose a lot of time. Nostalgia getting a decent backup here.
Yeah, Gadie's got the same thing. But
this isn't the most
Gadie's caught up quite well.
You can also see that Nostalgia just getting that box vending machine. We'd usually get that when we hit Cletus into that.
I don't know how many drops there are actually there. There we go. So he just needs to get one more now.
One more for Nostalgia.
So Nostalgia's just ahead.
Push you right back on the road there.
The car warps are very useful in this game.
Extremely useful. Basically what it is, it's intended for if you're stuck or, you know, your car's about to blow up, and you can just reset your car and you'll be put back on a good path.
It saved me quite a few times.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we're going to see a Nostalgia buy Lisa Cool, which is required for a future mission, but it's just faster to buy it here because the option to buy it here is...
Also, there's nowhere near, like, there is nowhere real close for the mission where you actually need it to go and buy it.
Yeah. Nostalgia getting Lisa's car instead of some traffic cars.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit faster to get a traffic car.
Gadie got the fish van.
Okay, Gadie's going to win because he just got the fish van.
Gadie's already won this race because he's got the fish van.
Fish van is the greatest car in this game.
Yeah. Basically, you saw Lisa Cool there. It's the first example of a required outfit in this game. There are a few, I believe there are 4 required outfits you need for this game. This is the first one.
Yeah, there's one here, 3 in March, and then 1 in Apu.
Yeah. 1 in Lisa, 2 in March, 1 in Apu.
Unfortunately, Nostalgia misses the first hit there, but he happily gets the second.
Yeah, that's a great backup to get. It doesn't really lose time.
The school bus is a great vehicle to use in this game.
It is, because it's not very slow, like you would have thought. With it being big and bulky, it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, we used to use the Plow King, but the damage is better than the speed you get from the Plow King, so the school bus is superior. Here we see Nostalgia moving on to the second car, which can be a bit finicky, especially if he turns right like the way he did, unfortunately.
Yeah, you saw there that he turned to the right.
Did a very nice
great
save.
Backup though. Yeah, realistically, you want that sedan to turn to the left. Once it turns to the left, you're able to push it properly up, and it does a lot of damage on the theatre, and then you can finish it off with a final hit.
As Gadie just did then.
As Gadie just did there, yeah. As you can see there, Nostalgia goes off to the right instead of going straight on here, because then it puts you on a good path to be able to hit him straight into there, or even push him down onto the pier and go and collect those coins early.
That was very nice by Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Nostalgia's also still in the green, which is good. It's a very good run for Nostalgia at the moment.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Gadie too far in the red.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Gadie's just pushed him.
Yeah. Curse of the commentator there.
Yeah. We just praised Nostalgia, and then unfortunately, Gadie misses it. Or Gadie, sorry. Slithery Sleuthing's a very strange mission, as the the drops are very RNG, and we have no idea how to control it. And this can be quite detrimental to your time. So you've got to collect some items from Snake while he's going at breakneck speeds.
Yeah.
While also keeping in, like, following him so you don't lose him.
Unfortunately, as far as we know, there's no real manip to be able to get Snake to drop it early. It really just is RNG to where he's going to drop it. As you've seen, Nostalgia got really good RNG, and he dropped it early, so he's probably going to save some time in this.
Yeah, that's very
One of
nice.
the best drops you can get. I believe the best drop you can get, like, which is really rare, is just as that don't eat beef, eat deer sign is.
Yeah. It's very nice to get that.
Yeah.
I think I got that like once.
But Nostalgia's very well off here.
He keeps dropping it the opposite side of the bridge for me lately.
Also, Gadie got a very
nice.
good drop as well.
Yeah,
That's nice.
a very nice drop.
And then to finish this mission, just drive up. If you drive up the ramp there, I think it saves half a second or a second.
Here's another example of the camera pan skip.
Yeah.
There's 2 of these in Lisa's level, which is quite nice.
Yes, there is.
This is fishy deals. We're just gonna get some fish.
Sadly, I
Fish and
think
chips.
everyone's on PC except Seasoner. Isn't Seasoner on
Yeah.
PS2? Rather than GameCube.
How much time can you lose to RNG at its best? You can lose up to about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes in incriminating caffeine,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about later, as well
Yeah,
as Wolf stole my pills.
Yeah, the worst RNG possible will probably it can be a 2 cycle because it's really RNG whether it's going to drop it or not.
At its best, RNG, at its best, no time at all. The only way you can lose time if the RNG is at its best is if you make mistakes. Oh, unfortunately, Nostalgia just missed a fish. It's quite easy to miss some of these drops.
Savor your freedom, my cold-blooded friends.
We'll talk about the 2-cycle mishaps when we get to them, because we'll be able to go into them in more detail. But we're going to see Nostalgia get the school bus here to prep for the next mission, which involves destroying
Lisa Simpson at your service.
this limo that's coming up here, as we're told that Bart's in it.
Sweet.
Yeah, we get told in this mission by the sea captain that Bart is in that limo there, which
Oh, that
isn't
was
wrong.
very nice.
Time to move.
Bart is actually in the limo, so you got to destroy it. You know, try and get him out.
Unfortunately, just managed to escape that.
Ah. It was a good start from Nostalgia. I got the same yesterday, but really, it's not too bad. If you get him down here, allow him to blow himself up, it gives you time to go and collect the pier coins, which is something we'd get anyway.
There's a good fear coin route.
Unless you have, like, just over 600 at this point. You don't really need them, but it's good to get them if not.
It's nice to get that freebie there in the school bus.
So you get that one there, and then you talk to the captain. Lisa believes that she's killed Bart. The sea captain then will tell you that Bart escaped from the limo and boarded the sea spanker.
So hungry.
So now Lisa's going to have to go on the board and find him. Instead of going the proper route as you should do, going up the ramp and then boarding the boat that way, what we do is we jump on this lamppost here, and then that skips us and it goes us right up to the top. This I think is affected by the FPS you play at, because I think sometimes you won't be able to make the jump unless you play on a certain FPS.
Do you want to talk about the FPS? How it affects
Yeah, so,
gameplay?
The FPS in this game affects gameplay. So this game was supposed to run, I believe, at 30. So that's what it is on the PS2.
I'd assume 60 because that's how it runs on Xbox and
Oh yeah, maybe
GameCube.
60 actually, right. So and then runners tend to play anywhere from 60 to 144. At 144, you can get a boost. So when you go over ramps or just jumping in general, you can get a decent boost. So you saw earlier in the mission Blind Big Brother during Homer 1, where we were on foot and had to destroy the radio transmitters. In that, you can do a skip called button skip, where you can jump and then on the button, which we press, and then jump onto the platform, which is really helped by having a higher FPS because it gives you that boost and jump. Whereas if you play at a lower FPS, you can struggle to get that. Also works the same in cars, obviously. If you can get a bigger boost by having a higher FPS.
And it also increases car speed.
Oh yeah, car speed as well is affected by FPS.
It's not too much of a change, but it's still a little bit noticeable on your time.
Yeah. Both runners here getting a sub 40 Lisa, which is always good. There's always certain goals really what you should look for. So like a low to mid Homer 1, like a sub 27 Bart 1, a sub 40 Lisa, a sub 1 hour Marge, like a sub 117 Apu, a sub 130 Bart 2. They're like average times, I would say, especially for both of these. These are two good runners here who should look for these certain times. Higher FPS could make it run faster. It's also a lot more finicky at a higher FPS. So some things, like especially in the Canyon Aero here, will end up on two wheels a lot in a higher FPS.
Yeah. In the trailer park in level 7, it's very easy to just go off the rails and then fail a mission because of it. We see Gadie here get the faster strat of a donut truck.
This is what faster strat?
Yeah, this is what runners prefer.
Yeah.
Like,
when I got it yesterday, I got it stuck to the side.
Yeah,
so
I mean the faster strat compared to what Nostalgia got.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it. Got it. So yeah, instead of letting
didn't count properly,
push him in there and get him stuck.
I personally prefer getting him stuck to the side, as you don't have to get out the car to get the coins. But if you get him stuck to the side, he has more of a chance to get out. So
yeah,
both options have the pros and cons. In this mission that Nostalgia's doing, just follow Cletus. He's dropping some items. Marge wants to talk to him about the crop circles that have been popping up lately.
Yeah. Basically, now they know of UFOs because Spark's been abducted. They're trying to look into it a bit more.
Yeah, and he can't talk English whatsoever.
No. So basically, you have to follow Cletus, find out where he's going, because we don't watch the cutscenes, but you'll see that he's scared. So he's actually running away. I don't know why we have to pick up what he drops, but there we go.
It's a trial, I suppose.
A quick update in the other race. Knife Race has just started, I believe. That is Autopsy Part 1, which is the third to final mission. Whereas Alexis, I believe, is just finishing the Something About Monty. So very, very close in that race. A single waste blow up can decide that match. Keep you updated on the winner of that.
I find this mission here to be quite finicky sometimes. I can find it really easy to fail due to where drops are. And the Canyon Aero and hit and run. It's horrible.
You're aiming to collect a lot of coins in this mission, so if you go out of your way to collect a certain box or of any machine, and he drops one of his items in a way that you either get stuck in traffic or you're not quite able to get because for whatever reason, you can lose him very easily. It can be a hard mission just because of the coin route and how many coins you need to collect in this mission. But other than that, it's not very hard.
Yeah, Nostalgia seems to have quite a nice.
Yeah, Nostalgia's got a very solid mission here, and there's a very good last drop as well.
I think here we're going to see another instance of main menu warping.
Yeah, I believe so. So Nostalgia's going to go in. He's going to buy the outfit required for the next mission,
which is a Marge inmate.
Yeah,
because Marge is for some reason
in prison. Of two. It's from the episode, I believe, when Becky stays with the Simpsons. If anyone remembers that episode,
it could be.
I believe that's what it's from. Because Marge gets arrested in that episode, so. And there's a lot. By the way, if you haven't noticed already, if you've played this game casual before, and you've just gone around collector cards and just seen things in general in the cars, you'll notice how many early season Simpsons references there are in this game. It's really, really full of them.
It's a very, very nice love letter to fans. It's
really
kind of how Stick of Truth did it with South Park.
Yeah. One reference that I didn't even know is I was watching The Simpsons yesterday, actually, and it was the episode where Homer thinks he's the last man on Earth when he stays in that bomb shelter.
Good episode, by the way.
And then all the zombies are chasing him, and then they go into the zombie car. I did not know that's where the zombie car was from in level 7. I didn't know that.
You're looking at some serious road rage.
Anyway, here we are helping out Cletus because obviously in this game and in this world, no one's going to do you a favour without you doing them one first. So you have to just collect the ketchup packets for Cletus.
He's storing up for the winter. There's quite a finicky jump here that Rog unfortunately didn't get first time yesterday. Oh, he just got launched off that. But luckily he managed to get the wasp. Hopefully Nostalgia's going to get it here.
Oh yeah.
You've got to do a little backup here. You're going to get a good run up because Cletus's truck's quite slow.
It's very bad. Oh, Nostalgia might.
Oh,
just got it. You've
just
got to
about.
time it really well with that wheel there. Commonly known as the wheel of fortune. Yeah,
There's a lot
you've
of
got to
factors
really
into
time it with that.
Because the item to collect is really high up for some reason.
Yeah.
And you've got to time the wheel, and you've got to get the right speed to collect the item. It's hell. I used to fail this mission when I was a kid simply because of that last drop.
Gadie right behind, by the way.
Yeah, he's doing quite well.
It's a very, very close race at the minute. Nostalgia's still in the green. I believe Nostalgia has a better time. And check that one.
Yeah, I think he's got 138 or 139. I'm fairly sure. Actually, no, I'm not sure at all.
Movie.
Do my best.
Here we're going to see the shortest mission of the game. If you don't include the cutscene, it's the shortest.
Yeah, neck and neck on
game.
PBs. Yeah.
But we've got to get to the retirement castle to speak to Grandpa before Chief Wiggum gets back to lock it up. So Marge won't be able to talk to him.
Knife Eris on the final mission, by the way, in the other race. Alexis just on the mission behind, so very, very close there. A waste blow up in Knife Eris and Alexis can take this. But at the moment, Knife Eris stands in the lead.
Yeah. He's looking good to win it.
I just polished that.
Not a bad time at all. Looking to be on good pace as well.
Yeah. So, welcome to Wolf Stole My Pills, comically known as Wolf Stole My PBs. In this mission, it's just another collectathon. But basically, what can happen is the sedan has to drop the pills, what it's about to drop, Grandpa's pills, in certain spaces. If it doesn't drop it into certain space before it gets to another space, if that makes sense, then it will have to do its entire lap around again before it can drop it where it was originally meant to. Because it just doesn't understand why it wasn't dropped. So basically, that position is taken out of his route and it's put in again for another cycle.
It's not a very nice thing to get in a run,
no, it's not. It
nice
loses a significant amount of time in the run. So
it's
you really
not
don't want
that common.
No, it's really not that common, but there's also nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
You know, make sure.
But it's just having the chance there, it's very worrying.
Yeah, it really is. Also, this is some of the best music in this game, by the way.
Oh yeah. Do you want to talk about the music in this game?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, this music is great, but the entire soundtrack for this game is really good. It really captures the Simpsons essence.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like you hear it and you'll just think, yeah, that's like Simpsons music, the same way.
Especially casually, so like when you play through Home Alone casually and you get the trumpets, you know, stuff like that, you really just capture Homer's lazy day in a way, you know. That's why one of the things is called Homer's Day, because it's just a day in the life of Homer. It's really, really good music.
And the way like Bart's kind of music's like punk rock.
Yeah.
Like electric guitars, Lisa's like jazz.
And a 1:42.07 for Nefaris in that race.
Is that a new
Congrats.
PB?
Congrats. No, that's not
unfortunately
a PB. No. Nefaris has a 1:40.58. So, no.
So that's not too
bad. Congrats to them in that race.
We're coming up to the famous crap circles cutscene.
Indeed, yes.
So everyone get your crap circles ready.
It's another example of a cutscene which you aren't able to skip in this game. However, there are, you know, rumors and just stupid theories that you are able to skip this game by doing certain things. But unfortunately, at the moment, it's really not skippable. So we have to watch it. It's a funny cutscene anyway. Any scene with Grandpa for me is funny.
It's quite a nice cutscene to just have a break and have a drink.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's like the mid section of the run as well.
Yeah. So basically, in this cutscene, Marge wants to know what Grandpa knows about the crap circles, because he didn't get any information from Cletus, didn't get any information from Mole Man, so they passed him on to Grandpa, who actually does know something. Obviously, he's on his crazy medication, so you can hear him talking gibberish here.
Not a thing. Where was I? Right. Now, the first time I rode in a water car. Okay. It was so long ago that I'll have to describe it in sepia
Zone.
Well, as I recall.
Now, this is where actually Grandpa's information comes in. So he describes the shape to Marge, and obviously it's a very familiar sight for us, especially from the very start of the game, if you remember back.
Yeah.
And this is where the story sort of comes, into play. Bottle of pop!
Roger's notorious for his amazing Marge.
Marge impressions.
It always bothers me though how she says a battle of pap, even though it's on a can.
Quite clearly a can. But anyway, Nostalgia doing a main menu up there, which I don't really see many people do.
I've never seen that
also
before.
going for the Flanders coins, which is unusual in this new route.
Yeah, I thought he had really good
He's
coins.
got really good coins. I look to go into buying Marge Police with about 750. And he's also got the coins to come over there. So
A strange choice, but
he could
I would
save time
question
later
just
on
yet.
because of that coin route there. So,
it might
good
be
on him.
able to
You do what
save
you do. You do what you are comfortable with. Here's the Cola Wars with the same music from Monkey See, but also a very good soundtrack.
Unfortunately, Gadie is plus 117.
Unfortunate.
He is catching up quite nice to Nostalgia.
Like we said, there's only all you have to do is fail a mission or miss a cutscene, and the other's right back in it. I failed the cutscene skip yesterday for Apple, and PD was right back in it. So
That is a very long cutscene though.
it is. That's true.
It is a real pain to miss that one.
Alexis, almost about to finish, just going over the hedge towards the school.
Over the Hedge? I've never watched that film. I want to watch it. I want to watch that film. This is another mission that's performed on foot, but it's quite varied. Yeah. It's quite good to your coin route.
It's a mission where you can
boxes and
really get the movement down, and if you really get the movement down, you can do it fast.
It's very satisfying to do. Like the little skip there on the roof, just being able to completely skip the jump. It's quite nice.
Mr. Plow Jacket.
Mr. Plowjacket is a quintessential card.
I'll talk about the cards real quick. They're not really seen in the speedrun apart from 100%. The cards are just, like I said earlier, it references to early seasons of Simpsons. So that right there is obviously a reference to the episode where Homer gets Mr. Plow and starts his own business before Barney comes and takes over with the Plow King. They're just little nods to the series in the early game. Like Project said, the fans, they really like it when they see stuff like that. It's a really good thing for them. Seeing the early series is again just references that they can say, oh yeah, I remember that episode. Things like that.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
It is
I
nice.
think when you collect them, you can go into the options menu and you can look at them. Like you can see descriptions.
Oh yeah,
about,
yeah. So
descriptions
there'll be
of the episode,
quotes
and
from
then
the
actual
from
dialogue
the
as well.
Yeah. What they do in the game is if you collect them all, you go back to level 3 and into the comic book guy store, and he will give you a ticket, and this ticket basically is for a bonus movie. It's like an Itchy and Scratchy episode written specifically for the game.
Yeah, it's
Unless
quite
you're
nice.
Vapo. Vapo's never seen that cutscene before.
Yeah.
So you can release a ticket.
I don't think he's ever actually picked up the release ticket.
No, I don't think he has.
Little tidbit is level 3 is the only level without a cutscene, except that.
Yeah.
That's the way to have a cutscene in level 3. A lot of people don't think there is a cutscene, but that is it.
Yeah.
I remember when I collected all the cards as a kid, and I went and saw that. I was so disappointed. I thought it was cool,
Oh, I
but I was
believe
very
it's-
disappointed.
Yeah. I believe as well the cards. I don't know if I'm right in saying this. I'm trying to think, trying to remember. But if you collect all the cards for a level, at the end of the game, when you finish it, you unlock a bonus game on the main menu, which is basically just a little racing mini game you can play. Obviously up to 4 people, 4 controllers. You know.
I don't know how that works out because there's only 2 controller spots on like a PS2.
I know, but you can have USB controllers as well on the PS2.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
on GameCube, that's not a problem.
I believe that the cards give you the levels for that. So it'll just give you like a very shortened version of each map.
You can also play those in first person.
Yeah,
you can get to see them up close, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Question: why is Marge so sexy? Well, that's what we're asking. Where the sexy footage is. Oh yeah, the PS2
also,
multi-tap. Yeah, I forgot about that. The boomerang.
That brings me on to another thing, by the way, about the maps. You'll see in this game that there are 3 different levels. So you saw the first level in Homer 1, and in this level, and you'll see it again later on, which is it's Evergreen Terrace in the school district and things like that. And you saw in
nice truck.
It's more downtown, things like that. And then in Lisa's, you saw the Squidport. So 3 very different areas of Springfield. It's nice.
It'd be nice if like there was a version where it's all 3 of the maps just combined.
Yeah, all in one. Also, all 3 of the levels are just like a big racetrack, so they go around in a big circuit. Apart from the last level, because there's a bit cut off of it.
I think that's because of the time constraints, which is unfortunate. But we'll get to that when we'll talk about that when we get there.
We'll talk about that more when we get there.
If a modder could make a map of all 3 maps combined, that would be like the greatest thing.
The modders have made some great maps that I'll be able to.
You took my precious cola, Marge.
Gadie not having the greatest time on this final mission.
Is this game actually fun or just for speed?
No, the game casually,
it's really fun.
It's really, really fun. Like, to be able to almost feel like you're playing an episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You know.
I had hours of fun with this game as a kid.
There's sort of little details in this game. So, like, for one really good example of it is in the music. So, in Marge, when you're walking around, sort of, playing the game casually, sort of almost actually exploring, looking for clues. The music really makes you feel like you're doing it. I find it hard to explain, but if you listen to the background music in Marge, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Pendulum said, the only Simpsons game that captures the Simpsons essence. It really does feel like you're playing an episode of The Simpsons. Yeah, the graphics aren't half bad at this game, even to say it came out in 2003.
Yeah, I think the only gripe I've got with the game's graphics is Marge. Marge's model is horrific.
Marge in general just brings this game down to about a negative 4.5.
Yeah, if it had less Marge, it'd be a solid 10 out of 10.
If we played as Maggie instead of Marge, then this game would probably be a solid 10 out of 10.
I don't know why they didn't do that, honestly.
Oh, Grandpa. Let's play as Grandpa.
Yeah. Why can't we play someone like Sideshow Bob or Edna Krabappel? Just play an episode of Edna Krabappel.
Anyway, people often wonder why Apu's in this game, but if you like actually, you know, play the story and listen to the story, you'll understand why, because he's a big part of the story in helping, you know, find out what's what. With this Buzz Cola, obviously he gets brought into it at the end of March. I
always found it very confusing as to why Apu was a playable character. Like, I was like, okay, it's alright, but okay.
Nice sci-fi. I saw that Nefarious won that one. Congrats to, and welcome everyone from that race. I'm sorry, you got the host. Welcome everyone from that race.
You get to see what you just saw again.
Yeah. Congrats to both runners. We have a very, very close race on our hands here. It was a lot closer, and then Gadie unfortunately had not the best cola trucks. But we're right on level here. Apu, if anyone's going to choke, it's going to be an Apu, let's be honest.
Apu hates speedruns.
Apu really does.
Monster truck. It's a strat I've never seen before.
An interesting tactic.
He's
also going for the car build for Homer early.
He's going for some coins.
I've never seen this strat before, but you know, each to their own.
He's not getting that boss with the monster truck. It's just denied him.
Yeah, each to their own.
We'll get him in after, and I will ask him about it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be doing him any favours. But good on him for getting his own route in. Did he not have enough
Like-
coins for it, or did he accidentally press escape? Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
No. Did you also predict the monster truck strat? It's a real question. I've also never seen this before.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this.
Never.
It doesn't seem to be doing any favors, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, it just looks like he's going to lose in time. Because as you can see, Nostalgia's already, halfway through, more than halfway through this mission. Gadie's not even started it.
I get where he's coming from. Like, he's collecting a load of coins that you just won't have to collect later. So I suppose it's saving time later, but I'm not sure if it'll work out well here in the end. Long term, it might not be.
Oh, Gadie's also got to buy American.
Yeah, can he afford
That's
it?
why.
I don't think he can afford
I
it.
don't think he can afford it.
Is it
He needs
400 or
425. So he's going to have to get this
25.
box here, which he's getting.
Oh no, he's going straight in.
My store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around.
Just hit the hour mark on Nostalgia.
Oh, he can
Oh, he can just about afford it. 3 coins to spare. This is... I mean, it's not seen before, so it's very nice. It's very nice.
Yes, you. Oh, Sheila smiles on such behavior.
Oh, well, it's
It's got
different.
some variety in the runs.
Maybe it's going to save Gadie time later on. Who knows?
Yeah,
We'll have to
he
wait
won't
and
have,
see.
he won't have to go buy car built for Homer. It's a bit
No.
faster, so I suppose it'll save him a little bit of time in these next 2 missions before we actually get it.
Police driver.
Not having to get the coins as well.
Yeah.
This is not good for my insurance. Come to Papa, random object. Shiva,
Just seeing Nostalgia finish
jubilation,
the Mafia mission.
Yep.
I actually know the name of this
That's
one.
Baby Van. The old
Baby-
infamous Baby Van.
Baby Van is a very infamous mission, as
Indeed.
we'll get into later. Well, not later, now. Do you wanna tell a little
Alright,
bit?
so Baby Van is, in this mission you have to hit a car 10 times and collect the diapers for Apu's children, even though he's only got 8. Or do he collect 8? I can't remember.
The smell of
Yeah, no,
fresh
10, even though he's only got 8 kids, I can't remember. Basically, the AI is really different on this
One for
vehicle.
him and one for his wife.
Yeah.
What? It just bounced.
Yeah, as you can see, that the AI can be really ridiculous, and it can just have you driving around in circles after it. So as you can see there, it turns, and then it could instantly just do a 360 and go back the other way, as it's
Yeah.
doing there. However, you can use this to your advantage a lot. If he turns in a position where you are able to get him stuck and hit him multiple times and get all them, then you're fine. You're golden. This has been a really good Baby Van for Nostalgia, actually.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Gadie's just.
Oh, in that, yeah,
failed
Gadie failed the
incriminating
mission. Do you see
Kathy.
how that happened? I missed that.
I think he got stuck after getting some
damn.
boxes and he managed to escape.
Yeah. By the way, with Baby Van, if you get 1 good gold, that's it. It's going to be very rare that you beat. I can already see there with the change of colour in the splits that Nostalgia lost a lot of time on that mission. 'Cause
Yeah.
he must have had a really good gold.
There's a lot of variables.
Hello, Fib. Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
Nostalgia here, just starting this little piggy. It's just another follow and collect mission, and then a follow mission after this. It's really filler. Not really necessary in my opinion, but
I suppose it advances the story a little bit.
yeah, it advances the story, but it just seems like it's not a great mission. It's not a fun mission.
A lot of the
Very
missions in this
tight,
game are.
On the time, you're very constrained to getting there as fast as possible,
Yeah.
which casually can be a bit of a struggle.
What were you thinking, son?
But the Nostalgia's got there in plenty of time.
Hindu coming through.
A notorious thing about this mission is, unfortunately, if you when following Wiggum on the highway, he's able to push cars. Like he'll push cars like they're nothing. So he's going to absolutely wipe cars out, and those cars can get stuck in front of you. And if that happens, the follow bar is very not lenient in this mission. So if you go a little bit far away from Wigan, there is a big chance that you'll fail.
Yeah, he's very fast. Always.
don't get a lot of room.
Is he gonna go for the? He's
Is
gonna
he
go
going to
for the
go for the
ramp.
shortcut? Oh dear, this isn't
Nostalgia's
great for
trying to,
Nostalgia.
Not good for
There's literally not
stop
much
it,
you can
but-
do about that either. That's really unfortunate.
It's another instance of the very weird AI.
Oh, like there, I said, like I was
Yeah.
saying, Wiggum can just push cars out the way, and if he gets too far
Is he gonna
behind,
fail?
Nostalgia is very
Oh,
close to failing.
That
the
was
mission
very
there.
close.
And it's just really unfortunate, as you can see
Yeah.
how like not lenient it is, how far away you can be from Wiggum.
If he drives well, he'll be able to recover from this. And it seems he has, so that's very good of him. It's a very good play. That was very, very worrying. It's another instance of the weird AI.
Yeah, it really is. Following him now, though, nice and close. I just got the messages from Speed Gaming Bot. Alright, now, basically in the last mission, the reason we follow Wiggum is because, oh, never mind that, I'll just quickly notice. You notice Gadie there almost got the baby van stuck. That is the optimal place to get the baby van stuck, because then you can hit him 10 times, instantly turn around, go back to the hospital. Unfortunately, he got out. But as I was saying, in the last mission, you're following Wiggum because you're, as Krusty said, you've got to find someone who's, you know, involved in a lot of crime to find out really who's selling the evil cola. And which, you know, you follow Wiggum, obviously he's going to be looking for criminals, which then leads you to Snake. And you already know that Snake's not going to do you anything without a favour for him first. So in this first mission, he has you doing his community service, which is collecting his garbage. So you follow this garbage van, and then there's lots more to collect on foot and in car. And then after that, he has you do more community service for him before he'll tell you anything.
Yeah, Never Trust as Snake has a very nice song to it. It's not my personal favourite, I think it's a bit too generic for it. That's my music connoisseur coming out.
Gadie there just starting Never Trust this little piggy. This is also a mission where you collect a lot of coins. This is a very vital mission for the coin route, as you need 600 going into the next level or thereabouts. You can just have just under. There's a lot of coins that you can collect. There's a lot of coins that you can you know, miss if you don't really need them. This mission's you can be very safe in this mission. There's a wasp here, there's a box over there. Another box, what you're about to see, it looks like Nostalgia's going to be nice and safe, which I don't blame him. Although Nostalgia's coins are very good right now.
Yeah, they're amazing actually.
Because he's going to get this wasp here, and then he's going to get another one when he goes back down there.
And he's getting this box as well, so that's...
we're in here, and
he's nearly gonna... Now just watch me swoosh right in.
Why would he say that?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh wow, Cypher doesn't like me. That's a sad day.
Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, speaking of the variety of the missions, you've got follow missions where you collect items, collecting item missions, destruction mission, and race missions. I think that's about it.
What it is, there's not too much that you could really do with this game. So, where it's like supposed to be like GTA, you can't really do a mission where you go and, you know, you're told to kill someone, so you go kill someone, because
yeah, you can't do like
some game.
Contract kills.
Yeah.
The only attack you've got is running someone over or kicking them. So
yeah,
you could have a contract kill to go.
So it can't be too much like GTA. So the destruction missions, I suppose, are how close you get to that. But you know.
Yeah. But what they do with the missions is quite fun.
Yeah, they really incorporate it to the story. So you really like, just for example, you know, having to find a criminal. So it'll give you some information in regards to another criminal. You know, It's just a good example of being able to, you know, use the game's mechanics and elevate the story a lot more. It's fun. It's a really fun casual game. Like, you playing this casually, if you're enticed in the story, I don't really think you notice the gameplay too much. You really want to carry on with the story regardless of what you're doing. So yeah, I'm going to follow this garbage truck, but the reason I'm following this garbage truck is I want to find out what Snake knows. Because I want to know as well. I think really that's what the developers wanted to go for with this game.
It's like a big mystery.
Yeah.
A lot of the reason why I loved continuing the game was so I could see what else there was to offer, such as like new levels and new like references to old episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. We want to find out more. The developers want you to be enticed in the story. So, you know, that's why they write it. That's why they got the original, you know, writers to write it.
Fresh air is much more pleasing than the odor of the hot dog machine.
So it's fun. It's really fun. Nostalgia here about to start Armor Truck, a notorious run killer.
Yeah, another infamous mission.
Yeah. But if he gets it, he's going to save a lot of time.
There's 3 big, massive time loss things in the last 2 missions of this.
Yeah.
Armor Truck being the first one. We've got Curator, which is hard to recover from if you mess up the strap, and then a cutscene skip right at the end of Curator. So
the longest cutscene, by the way, unskippable.
Yeah. It's a real pain.
So
it's not good.
I know I failed it yesterday.
Yeah.
Alright, is Nostalgia
right
gonna get it? Oh, just doesn't get it. The ambulance really messed him up there, but now, unfortunately, since you don't get it, the best thing to do is just to knock the armor truck into anything and everything. So, slowly but surely knocking it into the side of the highway. There's a gap here where you can do quite a bit of damage. As long as you're getting lots and lots of small hits, you can do this really fast. There is a way, I believe, if you're hitting him enough and doing enough damage that you can, you know, not even lose that much time. It can be really fast. Unfortunately, he's going to miss out on a wasp as well, which you'd usually get.
But I think his coin route is fairly good,
Yeah,
so it's not too big of a loss.
So it's not going to be a big loss. It might have saved him time later in collecting coins. Unfortunately, another thing about this, getting the backup, is as you can see there, his car is smoking. But until you get down to the try and save, which is around the corner, there is no wrench to fix your car. So you have a very high chance of blowing your car up before blowing him up. No, it's not. Because then you have to restart the mission, do the whole thing again. It's a big long drive. Nostalgia's got a really good backup here though. He's almost killed him by the end of here. Yeah, I think Nostalgia will be able to grab the wrench and finish him off before he does his cycle again.
I don't even think he'll need a wrench if he manages to get some of these buildings here.
Just froze. Oh, no, he's going for the wrench. I don't blame him. It can also be a bit dangerous driving back through the train yard without a wrench, you know.
There's a lot of factors that go into getting the armored truck strat.
Yeah. Traffic being the main one. If you're able to just guide him in with no traffic, then you're fine. Sometimes you can get lucky like I did yesterday, so a Vote Quimby van drove straight in front of where I was pushing him. But because the armored truck is that strong, it just pushed the Vote Quimby van out of the way and got into the strat.
And then basically after that, it's just lose Wiggum again, and then you're fine.
There's a really good strat here, where you drive through the car wash. He won't follow you; he'll get confused to where you've gone. Nostalgia now going on to the final mission of Apu, Curious Curator.
Another run killer, possibly.
Really, if you don't get the first couple strats, if you manage to let him get through the tunnel, it can really be very damaging to your run, because there's not really anywhere else to hit him. So, yeah, despoiling the traffic there, getting a good first hit. Oh, Nostalgia. Oh, great strat. Nostalgia going for a strat that not many go for anymore because it's a bit risky.
Yeah, God strat.
Did a good bit of damage on him, so even if he doesn't get the strat here, he's got a great bit of damage on him.
Quite nice to
just get him. Oh, just wanted to get him in that gap there to be really optimal
before the tunnel.
Yeah.
When the van was in
he can get him on the side here. This should be fine for Nostalgia. He did enough damage, I think.
Just missed him there.
As you can see here, this is what we mean about it being a bit finicky. But he did a good hit there.
Yeah.
Not bad for Nostalgia. It's going to lose a little bit of time, but...
Yeah, it loses a surprise.
Oh, meanwhile, Gadie just getting the armored truck strap.
Or is it? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he's in there. That's a great example of the armored truck strap.
He needs to have something behind him, or he'll get out. Like, if he doesn't have anything behind him, he'll just come straight out.
Behind him, he'll just keep driving back and forth and won't know how to get out. Nostalgia.
Oh, we just got the cutscene skip, which is
and we're into the second level. Gadie getting those coins. Nostalgia didn't quite get the chance to get. Now Gadie's able to drive away safely while the armored truck will destroy itself. There is a certain limit to where you can drive. I believe you have to take this first right here, otherwise the armored truck, you know, you'll become too far away and you'll just be able to get out.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Respawn on the road. So yeah. And a good recovery for Gadie there. That's going to save him a lot of time. Oh, unfortunate respawn for Nostalgia there.
That's a common mistake that a lot of people do.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
do that quite a lot sometimes.
But yeah, Gadie's gonna save quite a bit of time here. Actually, it's really good.
What is the new root liquid? Because I have no idea about any of it.
No,
I haven't seen any.
I just wait for
anything
you.
about it.
You do it, I do it. Sort of the way it goes. Unfortunately, Nostalgia might just get hit and run here. Yes, he does. Unfortunately, he's really, really difficult when getting hit and run on here. Is he going to get busted? Oh,
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. He can still afford the Globex, thankfully, with this box coming up here.
Yeah.
So, that's really unfortunate, though, because his coins were that good. He wouldn't have had to get many in the last level. Gadie just starting Curator here.
Which places?
Grinding and this is you save 25 seconds, skips lost and boxes. Okay. Alright, let's see how Gadie gets on with this Curator. Need a good Curator followed by a cutscene skip to stay in the race.
Oh,
I think if
unfortunately,
Gadie fails the cutscene skip, then what, that Nostalgia just went red.
Yeah, Nostalgia's unfortunately red.
Fortunate.
Oh, he gets a
great,
very nice
Curator there for Gadie. Now this garment this cutscene skip, you're straight back in it. Only a mission behind.
Yeah, he could possibly be ahead after a bit.
Yes,
oh, he got it, yes.
Great.
Nice.
Both runners got the cutscene skip.
Hopefully we'll be 3 for 3.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, do you know which places you have to coin grind in this new route? So I am interested. I'd like to know.
You don't play this game anymore.
I totally do.
Once a millennium.
Played it last week.
When I force you to play it, you play it.
This is too big for school.
I'll then play a movie.
Eat my
Hey.
dust eaters.
Okay. Gadie just a mission behind. Gadie, I think, needs to get this vending machine here and the box on the pier, and should be great for coins, being able to afford the Globex. Might just have to get the vending machine where Barney is, but I don't know. Depending on how many coins he gets on the pier as well, you know, just general hitting into things. Box behind Herman's Antiques, vending machine in March, box near Snake and 2-2. Oh, so just here and there then, Liquid, here and there. Oh, Gadie got bought.
Okay, Gadie's won.
Oh man, this sucks.
There's 2 factors what Gadie just got to win. He got bought, and he got Fish Fan.
Alright, that was so cool.
Nostalgia there, just finishing up, just in the red. I'm pretty sure Nostalgia still can PB if he plays really well. Might not be very likely, but it's still a very good run from Nostalgia. Even if he's just in the red, he's still going to get probably sub 140 or just over. You know, a solid 140 there.
Yeah.
Gadie just about to buy the Globex Supervillain car.
Yes, they were, Alexis. I love that emote, Roger.
Just got him.
It's great.
Got him. Alright, Nostalgia doing Lab Coat Caper, which is basically just another follow mission. Following Frink to get more information in regards to the aliens, etc. Oh, by the way, yeah, we should probably explain the Apu cutscene, what never happened.
Oh, yeah.
During the Apu cutscene, you obviously drive to the museum in the final part of the level. Bart and Apu enter the cutscene, and they basically discover that Kang and Kodos, the aliens from The Simpsons, are filming an intergalactic reality show in Springfield. So that explains the Wasp cameras, the black vans, etc.
I like it.
And basically, they reveal their plans without them knowing. So they say they're going to release this mind-controlling Buzz Cola into the water supply. But this is all coming in the next level. You'll see it. And then they talk about distributing laser guns at the Squidport area, which is obviously this area of the map, which they end up doing, which we'll deal with in a later mission. So yeah, now Bart's on a mission to discover, all the more about the aliens, see who knows what about them, and how to stop them, basically. Apu wants nothing to do with it.
I don't blame him, if I'm honest.
No, I don't either.
That's a free. Fine by me.
Yeah, I agree with that, Alexis. You usually do go for the Chuck E. Cheese one, and then go for the one where you get bonfire.
I usually go for both in the same.
No, because what you do, you go for the Chuck E. Cheese one, and then when you go for the one where bonfire is, you reset your car and you just right on the path.
Yeah. I might start doing that, but
that's just me.
Muscle memory in it.
That's just me.
It be like that sometimes.
It really do. It really do be like that sometimes. Had it given the facts.
I'll have a hard one next time.
This is quite an awkward strat to pull off.
It is.
Roger in his PB got an absolutely beautiful one.
Yeah, I got him like near perfect in my PB of this mission, which is to knock him into that little taffy shop there, and then you can just hit him 6 times straight and pick up all the items. This is a backup, and it's not a slow backup at all. You know, it works really well.
For the longest time, this was the main.
Yeah. Before just knocking him into that one. Oh, we might just get debated here. That's really unfortunate for Nostalgia. If this
because that drop's still there, isn't it? Like it's despawned, but
the drop's still there. I don't know if he's going to get baited by this or not. This is really unfortunate for Nostalgia. I don't know what he wants to do here.
He needs to go back and get that one because it's not going to drop anymore.
No.
Yeah, there we go. I just realised.
But if this one disappears now, this is really, really damaging.
Yeah, this could be detrimental
to his run. This could be where Gadie catches up if it doesn't despawn.
I don't think it'll despawn because I think it stays there forever.
Oh, that's
god!
Unfortunate.
That cop car was just waiting there for him. Yeah, it's still there. That's a strange glitch, that is. For some reason.
A weird glitch. It's really unfortunate that happened, because if Nostalgia knew it wasn't going to despawn, he wouldn't have followed and lost as much time as he has done. Well,
it drops, but it stays there. It's really weird. Like, it doesn't despawn, but like, it's invisible, but it's still on the map. It's really strange.
Gadie here just about to start the same mission.
Gadie could possibly pull this back. I feel like we've been saying that the entire race.
Eat my dust, dust eaters.
This is another kind of finicky strat. It's not too hard.
It is, yeah.
It is a...
Skinner is really adamant. If you get him in this strat, he will usually get out of it.
Yeah,
but he'll try really hard, but Nostalgia got it almost perfectly there.
You can blow him up right here and it'll collect all the coins in there.
Yeah. They'll leave like 3 boxes, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. It makes the grind a little easier. Yeah. You don't want to do that in 100% though, because there's not enough coins in the game. So that room's used for coin grinding.
Yeah.
And if you blow up them, it's a dead run. It's not dead, but it'll just take a long, long time. Yeah. So
as we can see here, this is the infamous set to kill mission. For any of you who played that casually, you'll know this mission is hard, for 2 main factors. One being the pier. As you can see here, Nostalgia's hit and run bar is nearly all the way full. There we go, hit and run, which is really common on this mission. Unless you're really careful. Oh, and a bust there, which is really damaging to the coin rail. To show why you reset there.
That's 2 busts in his run now.
This is really damaging. It's a good thing you had good coins in Apu.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first main factor is the pier. So the pier, obviously, with how many pedestrians and objects there are to hit, you just missed the one there. It can be really easy to get hit and run, but also the time limit coming back, which is why we do a strat coming up. It's not really a strat as such, but it will help significantly with the time when coming back. You'll always have enough time coming back. You even have time to get coins on the way back, which I think Nostalgia should do.
Oh
Gadie
dear, he just skipped one.
Skinner.
Oof.
Oh, he missed one. He's gonna have to go back for that. Omega lol. So yeah.
Is that the perp 88 dab?
Oh, where? I want to use it. So you can see there,
80 dab, sorry.
Gets the last one there, and he gives you the whole 50 seconds instead of getting the 50 seconds from the gas station.
Ooh. Unfortunately, he just missed the ramp, so he's going to go the long way instead. I don't blame him, to be fair. It's probably faster to do that than retry the ramp.
Yeah. Gonna go down here. This is where you can get the coins with enough time to save.
It's time
You know.
for some road rage.
I think it's been rooted in the next mission. You're racing an alien car or
Yeah.
sedan, and the sedan can actually grab a box down there for you, so you can skip that and it will save a chunk of time.
Yeah.
But that's fairly new.
As you see there, Nostalgia finishing the mission with plenty of time to spare.
No problem.
Really not an issue for him.
Yeah, that was a kind of a hard mission when
Oh, yeah.
I was a kid.
Totally rude.
No,
It
yeah,
wasn't as hard
definitely.
as other people make it out to be, but
No, definitely not. Nostalgia, you're gonna grab the rest of his coins. Coins aren't looking too great right now. You want to realistically be looking, you know, around the 400 mark minimum. Yeah, that's
you have to
unfortunate
get
with those two
a few more
busts.
coins.
His coins
Yeah.
would be really good if he didn't get busted in set to kill, which is really unfortunate, but not much you can do about it.
Dad,
However, there are plenty of coins to make up for it in Homer 2 on the way, so it's not a big deal.
Nah. And he's got the
Right.
vending machine here.
This isn't actually the intended way to go for this mission. So the intended way is to go the normal way that you've always seen, so you know, up the ramp onto the squid port. Going this way, I believe it reduces the amount of cars you see on the way, or I could be wrong on that one.
The intended route does, yeah.
Yeah, so this way is, I believe, slower, but only by a second or so.
Yeah.
The only problem with going this way is that if he reaches a certain checkpoint before you do, you will fail. You lose the race without actually losing it.
Yeah, it's weird how it works. So it's basically just go as fast as you can.
Yeah.
I know it's a speedrun, so that's like the main purpose, but even casually.
Going back to the preference thing as well, I couldn't imagine doing this mission in third person. Like, I have to do this mission
Yeah,
in first
I
person.
can't do this
otherwise
in
it feels
third
weird.
person. I can't
Oh,
do
there we
that.
go, Nostalgia. Just about to go for the cutscene skip,
I think Gadie's going to show off the new route with
and he
the
gets it.
black car, getting the box on the beach.
Yeah.
And Nostalgia's 3 for 3, that's very good.
Hmm. We can have both runners free for free, hopefully.
It's very good. You see Gadie just finishing off set to kill. So we should probably explain what's happened in the cutscene. Actually, we'll
Okay.
wait to see if Gadie misses the
Yeah.
skip.
Oh, don't worry, like, I failed that blue cutscene skip in my run.
Gems are sleeping on board.
That's the worst one to miss. I saw you miss Bart 1 and Bart 2, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that.
Bart 1 is the best. Bart 2, sorry, is the best cutscene to miss.
Yeah, it's the shortest one. It doesn't lose too much time.
So here we see Gadie going the intended route, by the way.
I can never seem to do that. Like, go right off the ramp on that one.
Well, I always do it for Hellfish, so.
Yeah, I'll do it for Hellfish, but I
Yeah.
can't seem to do it in Bart 2 because of the rings.
Gadie, not grabbing
Gadie
the
has a
coins
very
on here.
nice coin route.
Yeah. This is the usual way. You have to go that way. You can't just reset as we have been doing at the start, because you won't
Yeah.
activate a checkpoint.
You'll miss the checkpoint.
Now
unfortunately.
Gadie going for cutscene skip. You're gonna
I'm sure
get
I'll
it.
this one.
Got it. Nice. Free for free.
Nice.
So
Alright,
you want to
both
go
of us are free
playing
for
Bart
free.
2 cutscene?
So Homer and Bart pull into the Duff Brewery, and then Kang and Kodos fly out of the blimp area and basically explain what's going on. Well, all the water supply is going to be tainted with the poisonous cola or the deadly cola, and then zombies are going to rise from the graves and they're going to devour the human race. And basically, there's nothing we can do to stop them, except yes, there is.
Right. So now Gadie's in the Homer 2 as well. Gadie coins are really good. As you can see, Nostalgia lost a bit of time there having to get coins, but Gadie's coins are really good. So he's going to be able to straight away buy the zombie car. He's going to have to pick up these coins in Krusty Burger, as you see to the right there. But yeah, should be fine. Should be fine.
So after he's
She's
bought
gonna be
that, yeah, it's going to be very close.
There's liquid
After he's
space,
bought
baby.
that, the zombie car, you don't need to get any more coins because that's the last thing you have to purchase.
Yeah.
And you can see, he's got 19 coins left over. That's how tight the coin route is. Gadie's on a very nice coin route.
He is. He's got very good
Perfect.
coins.
So he's got 12 coins left over. So,
we already made the Lisa ticket joke about Vapo, lol.
yeah, sorry. Beat you to that one.
Chat teeth trying for a pyramid of purple 80 dabs.
Banned.
Alright, Gadie finishing the first mission there. Oh, that's quite bad for nostalgia. As you saw there, his alien car got stuck in the cemetery. That's really common to happen. And it's something that you can't really do much about. Gadie buying the zombie car.
Are you a bit behind? Because I'm a...
I'm
I'm
watching the stream.
You're watching the Twitch stream. What you doing, man? Get back on the normal one.
Okay, my bad. It's because I'm reading chat as well. Alright,
Two computers, man.
Yeah.
Get two computers.
I keep switching. Okay, anyway. Nostalgia are starting Pocket Protector, which is the first of 4 of the same missions. The first being in Frink's car. You have to do it in 4 different cars. The first being Frink's.
It was like that when I got here.
But as I said, Gadie right behind him. Only a mission behind now. One, toxic waste explosion, and it's all up for grabs then. Glurvik! I guess in the Glurvik!
You'll see Gravity in action soon. Not his pants.
Gravity in action.
No, not my pants over here.
Rookie mistake. By the way, I'm commentating another 3 races up to now. Just this week.
Oh, I say this is the second one in a row for me.
I believe I'm doing another 3 this week. Yeah, I am. I'm doing 3 on Thursday. Jesus, I'm doing 3 races.
You 3 in a row. Say, one of them's mine. So do you want to explain the waste?
So basically, the toxic waste is you collect it. Oh, hold on. No. You collect the waste from the power plant. It's a solid object. So if, for example, you got hit and run, the police can come and they can hit it straight out of bounds. But any other time while you're driving with the waste, if you hit a solid object, so if you hit, for example, these trailers coming up here, the waste will blow up. You have to drive back and collect it again. I believe people keep saying different things, but as far as I was aware, the only vehicle that could destroy your waste was the hearse. But now people are giving me other things. So.
I know the hearse and the ghost car can do it, but a lot of people are telling me that the skeleton car and even the witch can.
So who knows for definite?
Who knows?
But yeah, that's the toxic waste.
Gadie was pretty smart there to reset just in case. There's a weird pixel on that edge. Oh, he's just dropped the waste.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I've done that before on the Krusty Burger sign. There's a weird pixel on that jump where you can hit it and it'll just destroy your car for some reason. Like, not completely, it'll just destroy wherever you're going. And the waste will just drop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Gadie's just dropped the waste.
That could be rip run for Gadie now.
Yep. That could have just secured Nostalgia the win, unfortunately. For Gadie. Not just in general.
Yeah.
It's strange seeing all these boxes of vending machines and just running past after we've spent the entire run.
Very true. Spend the entire run looking for coins, etc., and then you come into this room where there's loads of them, and you're just not able to, collect. You don't need to collect them. They're very good at 100% now, obviously. Good coins fun though.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right.
Nostalgia, by the way, I didn't mention, got very good platforming there. It's the only platforming in this game, really.
Yeah, it's quite strange.
For some run, it can be hard.
I personally don't have any problems with it.
Razzle.
Dazzle.
Anyway.
So we just see Gadie's finished Pocket Protector.
There we go. A better one for Gadie there. Yeah, Nostalgia can definitely still PV. I was just wondering how Gadie's wasted at blow up then, by the way. I'm pretty sure he smacked straight into the monkey bars. Oh well, I got a similar thing happen yesterday. I crashed straight into a wall and the waste didn't blow up, so who knows anymore.
Pretty top tier. I really like Homer's sports car. I think it looks nice.
Yeah, it's a good car. But you know what? The weird thing, I don't know if this is just me. In Homer 2, I quite like driving the car, but in Kangen Koda Strike Back, I hate it. I think it feels different.
It feels very like slippery.
Yeah, it feels very weird in Part 2.
I find that.
I don't know if that's a thing for everyone, but
yeah, I find it's dead slippery to drive.
Who knows?
Loose.
Anyway, Nostalgia about to start the second to last mission here. Nostalgia very much able to still PB, by the way.
Yeah,
very much so. He plays out of his skin now. There's a PB there.
It's there, but can he find it?
Who knows? Let's carry on. Gadie here just doing the platforming.
Hey, that's totally not supposed to happen.
I like to take. Oh, Gadie just
he just
off
missed.
The platform in there. That might have just put. Oh my dog.
Dogs.
That might have just put the nail in the coffin for Gadie's run there. He's struggling to get back on. Really, when platforming, I actually like to lose a second and take my time just to make sure that I'm not going to fall off or anything.
I usually like to make sure UFO that I've got my cap.
Yeah. Yeah, once you pass a certain part, I think it's the third from last, you won't fall off. You just land on the UFO. Nostalgia just arriving to the plant. Pick up the waste. Okay, just starting autopsy part 1. So it was a very, very close race. Unfortunately for Gadie, just a few failed missions just let him down, really. Which is unfortunate,
Yeah, it is very unfortunate. Because he had a very soft... Does lap bits.
They're very good runners, the pair of them, so...
This town is going to pay for this. Oh, chicks love it when I do this. Oh, like no. Oh, like ow. Hey, it's totally not supposed to happen.
So we're coming up to the end of the game now, so now that you've seen most of the game, if anyone still has any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer just while we're sort of in this repetitive part of the game.
Hey, that's totally not supposed to happen.
Way to ignore the speed limit.
I agree, Chat Teeth. Who just dropped the waste? Oh no, no one. Okay, I thought someone dropped the waste, but it was just the waste blowing up in the UFO.
Right, Nostalgia, on to the last mission now. So, let's have a look. Who made this? I made this. I'm very good. What is this game? Bad one. How do I win this tournament? You beat everyone.
Pay us. Pay us.
Was there a contest for a lifetime supply of Buzz Caller? Maybe. What size tank does the moon use? 15 by 45. I made this. No, you didn't. Not me. My dad made this. No, he didn't. I made this. No, I didn't.
Gaza?
Gaza made this.
Gaza made this.
Heck yes.
Yeah, Gaza made this.
Gaza made this.
Also,
Gaza is get to know. What's Liquid's first name? Henry. Lol.
Liquid. How do you not win this tournament?
BULT because you have a 217 ASM. Oh wait, God.
No, my uncle works in Nintendo.
Yeah, mine does. What sort of nonsense do you stream this game?
I played this game before I passed my driving tests, so yes. I paid for this. No, you didn't.
How do I lose this tournament? BLT.
B Liquid Wi-Fi. What flavour of ice cream is your favourite?
Your favourite. Don't like ice cream.
What? You don't like ice cream?
No.
Right, Rog, you're gonna have to leave this call.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
I'm surprised you didn't break that then.
Yeah. So yeah, coming up to the final. As you can see, it looks like a very tight time to get back to the school. But halfway, there's something that happens which will give you a bit more time, which can be a bit of a trouble.
Lose the lettuce, lose the tomato, and then it's a better sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to a better place.
Nostalgia could possibly PB. That'd be very nice for him.
Yes.
Why is this
Yeah,
the best game?
Nostalgia's-
Because it's not.
Can Nostalgia still PB? 38. Can Nostalgia still PB? It's very close.
Maybe,
I think he
maybe
can.
by a couple seconds.
Very close if he's going to.
Yeah. If he does PB, this be nice.
I think he's done it. I think he's PB'd.
Yeah.
And the winner, Nostalgia. Oh, it's going to be very tight.
Well done, Nostalgia.
Oh, he's done it.
Is he done?
He's done.
Nice.
Very
PB
nice.
by 2
Nostalgia.
seconds.
2-second PB. Congratulations,
Nice.
Nostalgia. Congratulations.
Well done, Nostalgia.
2-second PB.
Everyone GG in chat.
Where'd you get that?
So now we'll just watch the rest of Gaddy's run.
And now we got the that of Gadie's run. You've seen this,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
Gadie.
You've seen this all before.
You've seen this all before. But it's still pretty intense.
It is intense. You know, you want Gadie to get a good time as well. It's just, you know,
I think you get about a high 142 or a low one.
yeah. It's gonna be my PB anyway. So.
Stay on target.
Yeah, well.
Stay on target.
Well, congratulations, Nostalgia.
Well done, Nostalgia.
If you haven't already, Nostalgia, just hit done on the.
Every minute might be
I have.
last. Please don't tell anyone.
Oh, do we do that? I thought.
Yeah,
I mean, I did it, but I thought we had to do it as well. I did it yesterday. Is that
Nostalgia?
Nostalgia?
Yeah, that's Nostalgia.
GG.
Hit him. Well done, dude. It was a very solid run. Nice.
Well done on the race.
Well,
but-
I say, well done on the PB.
Congratulations.
Well, that was a roller coaster.
Weren't you a minute in the green at one point as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a
Very
margin
unfortunate.
and I had lost it all. And, yeah,
In a poo.
it was really hard to run against my Apu.
Yeah.
What's the big idea?
I say you got some time save in your Apu now, I suppose.
Fish forever.
Yeah.
Well, congrats. Very good run. Very solid run throughout.
Right, yeah. Both very good runs, actually.
Yeah, very good runs. Few
The
little.
police car just came through, did he knock it? Okay, he just
No, he knocked it to the side. Just knocked it to the side. Oh, Gadie in a bit of trouble here. Managed to get us out.
somehow managed to get out of that. If you guys want to
Yeah,
ask any
I
more
can't
questions,
wait for Gadie's clearing out. If anyone wants to ask Nostalgia any questions. Did you feel at any
I'm
point though,
curious.
Nostalgia, that you might lose this? Like, were there any points you thought this could be it?
Vengeance will be mine.
I think after my Apu, I thought, okay, this
Yeah.
this is going to be quite tight.
Feel alive.
that duff truck was a bit worrying as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that lift truck was a nightmare. Did you have
I
any
saw
idea how
Liquid-
Gadie was doing throughout the run?
I kept tabs every now and then. I saw that he
Yeah.
was usually like half a mission behind me for most
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted a peanut.
Did you see what he was doing in his coin route on Apu at the very start?
No.
Alright, well, we'll get him in and we'll
We'll get
question
him in and
about
we'll talk to him about
it. We'll
that.
do some LA Noir style question on him.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Gadie. GG.
Hello, hello.
Congrats.
Jesus.
Have
was
you
close.
finished?
Yeah, I've just finished.
Okay, it's a little bit behind then for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finished.
So that was very close
was a run.
at the end. I had the
It
stream
was.
open on my other monitor, and if I hadn't have had a minute Smithers, I think it would have been a much closer,
Yeah, it would have been a lot tighter. Definitely.
especially with incriminating as well. But
Yeah.
oh well, it is what it is.
Okay.
It'd be
So,
like that sometimes.
Gadie, talk to us about the start
About
of
the
that
monster
build.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Start that one.
So
You
when
didn't.
people were talking about early car built for Homer and whatnot, I was memeing and I was kind of doing all tasks at the time, and I was just
Right.
going in the monster truck to go do the bonus mission. And the next thing that I think about is thinking, oh, well,
Sunday,
if we use the
Sunday,
monster
Sunday.
truck in here, we go to the Cabot for Homer. It opens up freebies, and I'm in menu warp for this little piggy.
Yeah.
So for coin safety, if I'm ever low on coins, that's what I tend to do.
Okay.
Because as you can see, my coin rank was really bad, and I was a box behind.
Yeah.
If I'd have had the box from the roof on top of Marge, then my coin rank would have been perfect.
It just seemed really weird to me. I've never seen anyone do that before. And it was really,
it was a meme idea that I came up with, and I've just had it in runs.
To be fair, it wasn't too far behind using it. It's just that he dropped the waist in Pocket Protector.
Yeah. Again, dropping the waist in Pocket Protector is something that I did in my PB. So in that split, I only lost 8 seconds.
Oh wow!
But so yeah, but it is what it is. I go into the losers bracket.
It was a great race. It was a great race from both runners. 2 really good runners and a good race.
Yeah.
So who is your other, who are the other 2 you will be coming up against potentially?
I don't know. I haven't checked the losers bracket.
Hmm.
To be completely honest, I don't have it on hand.
So for you 2 potentially, the winner Zoton and Capes.
Goes against Nostalgia goes against Zoton or Capes.
Mhm.
I don't know who I go against.
Got some patiently waiting aliens on a
Loser
waiting for
2
the door to
versus
open.
Oh yeah, it's just you're against Zoton or Capes as well.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
That's how it works, I guess. So yeah, another great race. Does anyone have any more questions before we see this out?
I was gonna say, if anybody wants to know any more about my meme route,
feel free to contact him. But it was a really good race. Have we got any more races coming up today? Yes, we have.
Yeah, we've got quite a few.
We've got Seasoner versus Fathead, and we have Gab versus Slenbed, which I might join you for nostalgia because I don't think I'm doing anything later.
Yeah, I am commentating on the Seasoner race with Cypher as well. So.
Sounds good. So thanks for watching. We've got plenty more races to come. We're going to be here for a few weeks, so get used to us. Congratulations to both runners.
Voices.
It's been a good. Yeah, you get used to my voice, Jesus. Anyway, it's been a great race. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us. We'll be back shortly. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.